Hello, my fellow foam flinging enthusiasts. It's Andrew, aka Dart Sweep, and welcome to another very fun-filled foam flinging episode of the Foam Zone. Look at that! I got a new T-shirt. You guys like that? Yeah, merch. So welcome. Yes, we are here on the Foam Zone. If this is your very first time joining us, the Foam Zone is a bi-weekly live streaming show where we invite guests all throughout the foam flinging hobby community, whether they be club admins, players, HVZ, organizers, modders, designers, anyone that has any kind of passion for foam flinging. We like to invite them on the show, have them as guests, and get to know them and share our passion for foam flinging. So if that is something you're interested in, please reach out to us, send me a DM, and we'll be more than happy to get you scheduled on. I do have a little list of people that have been reaching out, so I will be reaching back and seeing what we can do. So we should have a pretty good lineup for the rest of the year. So again, welcome. We are the World Foam Alliance. If you have not done so already, please give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Our website is currently still under construction. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great, I promise. Just to give you an idea again, it's going to be a central hub for everyone to be able to connect, find local players, clubs, any resources to create clubs and find events around you. And then also resources like crowdfunding, ticket sales, merch, all that stuff is going to be available for free as a resource for people to use so we can connect to each other and not have to be so scattered and disconnected and have to go through multiple Discord channels or Facebook groups to find where to play. So that is the World Film Alliance. Spread the word. It's going to be good. Awesome. So again, welcome. Let's see. Just a couple quick housekeeping notes. I think a lot of people ended up getting their X-Shot AEB, the motorized piston pump. I actually picked up 3 myself and have been having a fantastic time with that. So if you guys have gotten your PPs or done any good modifications or anything that you'd like to share, please drop that down in the live chat comments section. Show some love. Love to see what everyone's been working on. I will say, I have an early entry for my favorite blaster of the year, and surprisingly, it's not the X-Shot PP. It's actually something that was created by one of our locals, Nick Nutty. It fires Mega XL. It's essentially a Gobzuka drain blaster known as the Raider. This thing is a lot of fun. Go check out my YouTube channel or Instagram. See the footage. But yeah. I've been having way too much fun. Nerf is fun again. The Raider is a lot of fun, so go check that out. Super excited about that. A lot of them been hitting our fields. If that's something you're interested in, we'd be more than happy to get you in touch with the designer. Also, the Jericho I had a chance to try out. The Jericho is a lot of fun. PKI Jacob PKI Designs. I have requested one to be manufactured for me, so I'm super excited for that. But yeah, the Jericho is another fun one. And then I'm trying to think of any other blasters that have been announced. I think the makers of the Diana are coming out with their brushless semi full auto Vesper is what it's called. So that one looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, compatible with the Diana mags, and that means the Diana mags are actually going to have longer mags, I guess, now. So if you're invested into that ecosystem, getting the Vesper should be pretty appealing, I think. So, but again, if you have any exciting new releases or anything like that, or any modifications that you have found, go ahead and share that down in the live comment section. Let's take a look and see who we got this evening. Again, please give it that thumbs up. We have Ivy with Wings. Ayo! Michael Joseph Nimrod. We know who that is. Uno Unite. Nathani's in the house. Death Tree. Howling Wind and Dead Man's Phone. What is up, players? So thank you so much for joining us. We're going to have a very exciting show tonight. I'm sure you guys know our guests that we have on. I've had a couple of them on before, but we'll get to that a little momentarily. Let's see, events popping up. I know Turkey just had his event over out in the Wisconsin area. If you were able to attend that, I would love to know how that was. It looked like a lot of fun, sounded like a lot of fun. It was their first event, hopefully not their last. So if you have any information regarding that, any photos, videos, please let us know. Would love to know how that went. Let's see. Of course, Apoc and Bpoc are coming up this weekend, which is, again, the reason we are having our guests on for this evening. And of course, I will be in attendance. So if you are going to be there, I look forward to seeing you. Come say hello. And then let's see. I think that's pretty much it for August. Locally, Southern Maryland House of Nerf for their August Blaster Battle is going to be a water blaster battle. So that should be a lot of fun. So if you are in the Maryland area, stop on by the Southern Maryland House of Nerf field. I think it is not next weekend, but the weekend after that for some water blasting battle action. I got a X-Shot full auto water blaster that you just dip in a tank, and it's pretty amazing. $20. I have a video on that too, so definitely check that out. And then we are rolling into what's the month after August? September. And September yields Southern Maryland's House of Nerves 10-year anniversary. So that's going to be a big blaster bash celebration. If you're in the area, again, we invite you to come join us for our Maryland Foam Alliance events. But that's going to be the 10-year anniversary. I think 7 or 8 year for Maryland Nerf herders and 4 year for DMV Nerfers. So September locally is going to be filled. Then of course October is filled with I think we have Rag, Mall Mutation, and Goucher, which is going to be a lot of fun. Goucher is going to be doing their anniversary battle. I think Boomstick Mods and I are considering attending in that. So I've never been up there, and the last event that they were supposed to have didn't happen. So it sounds like this will be a great opportunity to actually get up there and check it out. And I always hear great things about Goucher HVZ. So looking forward to that. And then I think that kind of rounds it out. I know there are a couple other events that are supposed to be happening. If I missed any, I do apologize. Please go ahead, drop that down in the live chat comment section, and we'll make sure people are aware of that. But yeah, that is it for our housekeeping notes. So tonight it's very interesting. We actually have 3 guests as opposed to our normal 1 that we typically would have. But that's because they are representing what we had mentioned earlier, the weekend event that I look forward to personally every year. I've been going since 2021. Had an amazing time every single time I've gone. Had the pleasure of meeting people like Captain Slug, Silly Butts. I think first event was down there back in the day. You'll catch A-Team out there. Griever, Lionheart Customs has been known to show up there. France Foamworks, and then of course all your favorite Uno East Coast, Beast Coast players are there. So it's a great time. I'll let them explain more information, what it is, and talk all about the event. And then, of course, the following Sunday is the next event, back-to-back, which has evolved into something pretty special that everyone has a fun time as well. But again, we'll get into the specifics of that. But without further ado, I think what I'd like to do is we'll do a little sizzle reel just to do the hype train up. So let's run that little sizzle reel just so there we go. Just a bit full. I know these people.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Look at that.
Good job, Gotham.
And we are back. And yes, we are talking Apoc and Bpoc with some of my favorite fellow foam flinging enthusiasts, none other than the group from Uno, United Nerf Ops, and TnT events. I am pleased to present to everyone Zelkos, Rogue Contra, and Goot. How are you guys?
Hey, what's up? How's it going? So happy to
Good,
be
good to
here.
see you. Absolutely.
You're-
Now this isn't everyone's first time. We've had Zelkos and we've had Rogue Contra Jed on before, but this is Goot's very first time. So Goot, welcome for the very first time to the foam zone. You made it.
It took you long enough, Andrew. God,
That's right.
I've been
That's
looking for
right.
my invite every week, but it just never
That's
came.
right. So, just so you guys know, my video skills and editing is surpassed by no one except this person in front of you, Gotham
Aw.
here. So Gotham is the one and only master of making really good foam flinging videos. So if you guys get a chance, go to the United Nerf Ops YouTube channel, Instagram, check out the reels, check out all the content. It's all coming from Goot, Gotham, who I take inspiration from and when I make my videos. So go check that out. But welcome to the zone, everyone. Welcome. Why don't we go ahead?
You're too kind, by the way. Like the only thing I surpass you in is procrastination on editing my videos.
No. I've surpassed you on that. I've surpassed you on that. I am back in 2023, my friends. So. So let's do this. So since we've had Jed and we've had Zelkos on here before, why don't we go ahead and introduce Gotham for the first time? Tell us about yourself, who you are, and what you do.
Sure thing. Yeah. So as we said before, my name's Goot. I'm an admin at Uno and also one of the co-founders of TnT, and basically been doing sort of the media for both groups since I started, because that's kind of, along with Nerf, that's like my second biggest passion. So it was just like, it's been a great marriage of the two hobbies for me. And yeah, it's been really awesome sort of like working with everybody, working with Jed and Jason on TnT, and working with all the Uno admin council peoples. Like back from, I think 2018 is when I first joined the group. I was the one who even floated the name of renaming us to United Nerf Ops before we were just like Northeast Outings or something goofy like that.
We don't have to go that far back, man.
North
It's okay.
Yeah. What?
Fun beginnings, bro.
You gonna go for a walk?
Oh my God. Yeah, I was like, what is outings? That says nothing.
we go on field trips. Well, very cool. And question I ask everyone is, how did this evolve? How did you end up where you are? How did this all start? Tell us how you got into foam flinging.
I got into it just as I thought. I was invited by Jed and a couple other friends to just like go play Nerf in Central Park, and I really thought this was one of those like millennial reconnect with your childhood, just like, you know, it just Instagram experiences, not really something. No, it was totally not what it turned out to be once I got there. And I see all these people running like souped up Strifes and not Prometheuses, the Nemesis with the Godhopper and stuff like that.
Yes.
And I'm just there with the basic rival blasters, like, what am I supposed to do here? But then once I got to try out people's stuff, I was like, okay, this is really awesome. I've always kind of been into shooting sports like airsoft and paintball, so this was the most accessible thing for me in New York. And I think just overall, I found the pace of play and the community around it to be much more preferable to those other two communities. And yeah, so it was just sort of like a match made in heaven. Like I've been shooting toy guns since I was a kid, so it just kind of like continued. And then as we were doing that, I thought like, okay, we're just like 8 guys playing in the park. We should get some social media going. We should get some promotion, get more people to play. Started taking photos. That turned into becoming like the official photographer. Started doing video. Now I'm spending hours and hours editing video, and I hate myself, but I also love it so much that I can't stop doing it.
They somehow you tricked yourself into providing free manual labor for the group is really what it is. So I'm in the similar situation, so I get it. But
I keep saying like thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours later, I still say it's just a hobby.
yeah. No, I want to start charging actually. So So I think I can make a decent amount of extra change if I actually charge for what I do. But what is it exactly about phone? I mean, you said the community and kind of thing, but what really is it that really attracts you and keeps you in this hobby, and that you keep on doing this free manual labor for Uno?
I mean, it's just very rewarding. I think, especially being part of the sort of like the administrative or like the organizational aspect for Uno and TnT is extra rewarding because, like, not only do I get to, first off, I really love playing. I love to shoot people. So like that's the first joy of it, and then I got to get into sort of like the media aspect. I'm a graphic designer by trade, so like being able to sort of like use this hobby of mine to also like work out some of my muscles that would help out my career was a good thing. But then what's really sort of like made me stick with it after all these years has been just how rewarding it is to make this community that is a space for so many other people. Like just especially seeing when I post a video or when I post photos, how happy people feel to be seen in them, to be represented in them is just very satisfying. And then having that lead to people engaging with the community even more, it just feel like me along with everybody else that I'm doing it with, that you feel that pride of like, oh, we built something that would not be here if it wasn't for us.
Absolutely, and there's a reason people look forward to your media and your content, even if it takes a year or more sometimes to get out, because it really kind of provides that impression of building a community, and you're able to see people having fun, and you guys, Uno has a very large territory. I want to say, I don't know how you would say it, but you guys have a conglomerate of different areas throughout the Northeast area that you guys
chapters
that you guys work together. So having that content and being able to have that stuff for people to see really is building that community as a result, because you're seeing people playing and then you want to play, and ultimately eventually I think people do end up joining, and the community ends up growing that way. So
I do want to say one thing. My favorite piece of Gotham's work is from a TnT event, and it was the Friday night lights from when we did the Pingers HVZ. That is legitimately a masterpiece in the hobby. Like I mean, there's two, and then the second following it is
the little horror movie.
The horror movie one, and then the Friday Night Lights one. So if you haven't checked that out, go on their YouTube, go on the United Nerf Ops YouTube, check that out. It is literally like artwork on both aspects of them.
Thank you.
So why don't this is actually a perfect opportunity to bring on Zelkos and Jed. Let's go ahead and reintroduce you guys, and Jed can go first. Yeah. So why don't you guys go ahead and reintroduce yourself? Tell us who you are and what you do.
Okay, I guess I've been voluntold, but yes, I'm Ro Contra, also known as Jed to some people. I've known personally. I'm also an admin of Uno and co-founder of TnT Events. I've gotten to this hobby, I think, like in 2017, and dragged Gotham along the way, and it's been a wild ride. Met Jason along the way; it's been an even wilder ride, and it's been really, really cool to be part of a lot of early inception of new parts of this hobby, and seeing it grow in different ways and different facets, and what we're willing to invest in.
For sure. And what was your introduction? How did you get involved into this?
Like all things, a good mutual friend of ours. He started out as a coworker, and then him and I had a growing enjoyment of like airsoft and shooting sports and stuff. And he found NYCNO, and he asked me one day, "Hey, dude, do you want to go shoot some foam in the park?" I was like, "Yeah, totally. Let's just go for it." And the rest is history. Shout out to you, Kelvin. Miss you, Beat Squad. Throw it back to my old comp team. Yeah.
And what about you, Zelkos? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am also a co-founder of TnT Events, but I am not an Uno admin. So let's get that.
It's on paper, everyone.
Yo, Jen, get your Uno.
I have been in the hobby since around roughly like 2018, 2019. I have started on the West Coast. So, but I've always been into Nerf growing up. My first, there's plenty, I think even on this channel, there's, me talking about the how Stampede was my first blaster and everything like that. There was a thing called Z-Town that I over prepared for that happened in Long Beach, California. And then when I had done that, I had spent a lot of money and said to myself, hey, I can't justifiably spend all this money and not reuse it. So I found a local group called the LA Foam Fighters. Then I became the treasurer there, had my son move back to New Jersey for family and for my son to be near my family. Found Uno, walked into Cousins Paintball with like a bunch of stuff and just like being the new kid, like walking in, but like having some experience, which was kind of, I guess, is kind of rare at the time when we were doing it. And it was really funny because one of the things that Jed and I still look at each other. There was this one time, and I was on Jed's team, and he was crawling and trying to go do a flag push, and I had no idea who he was at that time. And he looks on the floor, he looks up at me because he's on the floor crawling in the brush, and he's like, he's like, you got me? I was like, of course I've got you. Like, this is not even a thing. And I'm shooting with like my Caliburn at the time, and then we got the flag push and everything like that. And so then the rest was kind of like, we did I wound up on the same team called Paradox. We then once we had done, and that's where I actually met you and the whole Magic Smoke crew. After that, the itch was kind of there for competitive, and the thing is that there wasn't really a competitive field or like anything like regular at that moment. So I reached out to Jed and I said, hey, listen, I'm going to do this with or without you. Do you want to join in? And then he's like, yeah, I definitely do. And then I think it was like a month or two later, Gotham joined in and he helped get a lot of the media done. And that's essentially how TnT started it, and the rest is history.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, TnT is not affiliated officially a part of Uno in any ways, but they do work together to bring us this fantastic event weekend for Apoc and Bpoc. But TnT is a dedicated group for competitive play, for clinics or for scrims, located usually the sports domain up in the New Jersey, New York area. So if you guys are interested in comp, and have not gotten a chance to check out a TnT event, definitely go check it out. Plenty of videos online again, but great time, and one of the only opportunities to have a specifically dedicated event for comp practice and to get some reps in. So highly recommend. I've been to multiple ones myself, and always a good time, and great people. So let's see, who do we have in the chat right now that joined us? We got Ronin Swords. Someone is under the Uno account. We got Django, what's up? Ian Johns, Michael, and PKI Jacob, I'm assuming. Sam I Am, welcome. Hope to see you guys over at, or Sam I Am. I know you mentioned you were planning to go to Apoc, so looking forward to seeing you there. But if you guys have any questions for any of our guests, please drop them down, even if you want to give them a hard time. Let's give them a yurt. in the meantime and see how many years we can
Jed, do the
get.
thing.
So,
Do the thing, Jed.
do the thing.
Jed. Do the thing.
Do the thing. All
Guys,
right,
hold
show
on,
some
we
love.
gotta
There we
save the
go.
voice
They're
for
starting to
Apoc,
show up.
Bpoc.
There we go. They're starting to show up. Nathaniel's got us. All right, thanks,
My
Nate.
boy.
There we go. Thanicle's got us.
Yes,
Thanks, Tan.
sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right, Ian's got you. There you go. Waka-san. All right, Axel's in the house. Nice. We got a good group. We got some
Yes, sir.
really good people here. So
we put a lot of effort. They better be here.
East Coast, bro.
Just for you West Coast folks, it's spelled with Y-E-R, not Y-U-R.
They're still going. They're still going. So yeah, I mean, one thing in common is that we all do have comp experience. We've all played on various comp teams. You guys specifically, Smog, Uno Draw 5, or Uno Reverse. I forget which one. Paradox, Nebula. So no stranger to comp whatsoever. But the reason I wanted to have you guys on, and it's kind of becoming an annual tradition, I think, for us, is to talk about the details of the weekend events so people watching have information that they should be privy to and know what to expect. So let's first just talk about Apoc. And again, anyone feel free to step in, keep me off camera as possible. But let's just start off. What is Apoc? Tell us about Apoc. What is Apoc?
You want to take this, Jed?
Sure, yeah. I'll start it off real quick. So Apoc is an annual. We do this every year.
And
it's
we can
a
run
300.
B-roll, I think.
All right, no problem. It's a 300 FPS event, pretty much, where we have people traveling from all over the world. Pretty much every type of club you could ever imagine, and come and just have a fun day of just flinging fun. Just recently, I'd say like what, 5 years you've been doing it at Cousins now? Got them?
Since 2019 or no 2020, yeah.
2020, yeah. We moved it from permitless fields to actually a private airsoft field here at Cousins in New Jersey, and it's been a great experience. We've hosted katas here. We've had wars that went up to 100 players. 50 on 50 is insane. You don't even know where the darts are coming from. But yeah, let's check out. Yeah,
Apoc as an event kind of predates both me and Jed, like our existence in the hobby. Like we have a few people in the club who've attended Apocs back in like the early to mid 2000s, and so it's, as far as I know, it's the longest running Nerf war, at least on this coast, and so there's a long history to Apoc even before Uno, and then around 2019, 2020 is when the previous sort of like main host was Nick Rory. He handed it off to us because
Nick Marvin,
yeah. So we've been
I mean, the one thing that Apoc is known for is the high FPS cap. I think is really kind of the selling point. At least when I learned about it, that got me interested. And again, kind of similar. This is the East Coast version of Armageddon, essentially. If you're from the West Coast, high FPS, 300 FPS all day long on a paintball field, essentially at this point. So, but yeah, what was the inspiration? Do you guys know behind Apoc? To begin with,
inspiration. I mean,
I think I kind of do.
The hidden Uno admin.
Yeah. So from my understanding was that in Nerf like NIC history, is that it happened where there was like about 5 guys from the East Coast that were online talking to 5 guys, like a bunch of people from the West Coast, and then all of a sudden they said, "Hey, we're gonna have this big event. Why don't you just come out and go?" And so that's how Arma started. And then when all of a sudden everything, they had a successful thing, they were like, okay, well, we're gonna have to still do something on this side of the coast, and that's when Apoc happened. And then from then on, there was the West Coast and East Coast versions of them. So, and that happened about a few years. Years ago, over 20 years at this point, right? And so that was originally, I think it was like it might have been the 4 people from the NIC community came out to the West Coast, and they were called the 4 Horsemen, and they probably started it Apoc from that, and then kept going.
Yeah. Yeah, that does sound familiar. It makes sense for sure. So again, Apoc 300 FPS, and it's on at Cousins Paintball Field in Manchester, New Jersey. Tickets can be found on the Cousins Paintball website. I think we'll get a link and we'll drop that down in the link description. But things like admission is cheaper. Pre-purchase tickets are less expensive or discounted than day of, I believe. So
online sales will close 24 hours before the event start, or like the Friday, it'll be too late basically to buy the cheaper tickets. But before then, it's going to be $20, and then it'll be 25 after that.
Good to know. And then what are things that people can expect at Apoc? So like game types, and we mentioned the 300 FPS cap, but you guys have things like classes and different abilities. Give us some of the details and some of the things people can expect for Apoc.
The main draw of Apoc is always sort of like large scale PvP. As we said before, like we've had events in the past that have ended up in like 50v50 on the field. So it's just good old-fashioned chaos with Nerf blasters, and because of the 300 FPS thing, just keep your distance, which there's plenty of at Cousins. Like it's a very large field. So
and to jump in on that is that Cousins is such a good environment for a 300 FPS thing, and it's definitely like a unique kind of scenario. A lot of and I'm sure that we've all been to different Nerf events and big battle Nerf events, and there's not many that have the variety that Apoc has in regards to like in a controlled environment. You can just bring whatever you bring, majority of the blasters that you want, they like and hit 300 FPS. So it's definitely a fun time, and it's a great time to just hang out, camp out with not camp out, but like hang out with your friends, bring your blasters, and then, make sure that you have some, a lot of water and drink a lot of sun protection and sunscreen, because it is August. So just remember that, guys.
So speaking of that, I know originally it used to be held traditionally the second weekend of August, and you guys have made the decision to move the date. Jed, I see you making a face. What was the logic and decision behind that?
So the general health of the people, I would like to just start off with that, because the Apoc last year we did the traditional first weekend of August, and turns out that was like the hottest weekend of August that year.
The entire summer.
The entire summer.
And the year before that.
And our luck. And immediately, I think in the first game or first two big games, someone literally got overheated, and pretty much we had to have good thing we had thank you, Sam, for setting up the medical tent. We had them to come on site to really quickly take care of the person, and we helped them get off the field and get them back up to speed, if anything like that, and taken care of. But so that's the main reason why we didn't want people to overheat. I know we're very excited. It's one of those one-of-a-kind events, full throttle FPS, big team battle. But I also want everyone to keep in mind, hydrate, take care of yourself, pace yourselves. We're just a bunch of nerds enjoying children's blaster games. So let's just take it easy and take it slow as well, and checking on each other.
Yeah, the name Apocalypse is unfortunately very fitting now, thanks to climate change.
Are there any pro tips that you can provide? Should people be bringing? You mentioned, hail, hydrate. But should people bring canopy tents or anything like that? Is there room for things like that?
I think canopy tents will definitely help. It's not required, because there is plenty of tree cover, so you can find shade. But I think in general, if you have canopies and pop-out chairs and tables to put your stuff, because it's a woodland environment, so the ground is going to be dirty. So if you have a tarp or a table, I think that's recommended to bring. So just keep your gear safe, and cover helps in case of unexpected rain. You just never know what's going to happen.
Also, it is tick season, so bring bug spray, and also And Brug spec, yes, that's the one. That's the special one.
That's the good one.
And if you can, like what I do is I generally wear like heat gear, so like thin Under Armour, so just to make sure that you're covered by it. It actually helps a lot because it captures like, especially since it's really humid around here for the people that aren't really used to the weather, it captures the moisture and kind of keeps you cool. So it does a really good job. So even if you go and get like the longer stuff and you wear like gym shorts and like a light t-shirt or a tank top or something like that, and have that heat gear, it actually helps keep you cool, which is really nice.
Yeah. And as you guys had mentioned before, there is going to be a medic station courtesy of Archer, who I spoke to earlier. So there definitely will be some resources should you have any kind of minor health issues. Hopefully not. But also, just to be aware, the parking lot is a kind of a small little hike to get to. So
I think like a half a mile or so.
Yeah, so if you do plan to bring tables or canopy, also do consider bringing something to transport that, like a wagon or something, so you can actually get that there. So, again, if you've been to Apoc, you already know, but for first timers, parking lot is a little bit of a hike. So if you're planning to bring some stuff, you may want to get a wagon to give you a hand. Let's see, what else? Let's talk about game types. What kind of game types can people, or FPS caps, again, kind of, we know that the Greg was released and, the Raiders out now. Jericho we'll see there. What are some of the FPS caps for the different ammo types? And let's talk about classes as well while we're at it.
The baseline is like for regular darts is the 300 FPS cap. We also do plan on doing some, because the field has sort of like almost like a town area with buildings that are close to each other. We're also planning on doing some lower FPS games. So I'd advise when it comes to shooting regular darts, bring a up to 300 FPS blaster, and then also bring something that shoots like 130, 160 range for those like more close quarters games. And then for large ammo that will kill specials, the FPS cap is 150 FPS.
150. So again, general rule of thumb is 300 FPS all day long. If you're running large ammo specialty, that's going to be 150. And then there are going to be some CQB game types as well. So you want something between the 130, 160. Sounds like the PP, maybe do a PP battle. Everyone can battle with their PPs or something like that. So yeah, bring a good variety of different performance kind of blasters. And I'll be honest, there's so much foliage around. Sometimes 300 isn't as effective as you think it is, depending where you are. But I can say I've had a fantastic time running blasters sub 160 FPS at Cousins, just because there is CQB available. There are trenches. So there's lots of different varieties of gameplay. Just because there's a 300 FPS cap doesn't mean you have to play at 300. There's a great photo of Kevin MJK, one of the other Uno admins, that was running nothing but jolts or something.
Night Finders.
Yeah. So again, it's about having fun. It's not about performance, who's got the highest FPS. It's literally just, we can play at 300 if you want, but you're at a paintball field with 50 people on your team going up against another 50 people on the other team, and it's really tough to beat that. So what kind of game types can you tell us, just general game types that will be played?
We'll have our classics as usual that we play at Cousins, which is flag push, which is where you have a flag and you have to get the flag to the enemy's base in order to win the game. That's like a classic like 315 game mode, 315 with an objective. We'll have death clicks, which is just count up your team's deaths, and whichever team has fewer deaths is declared the winner. Maryland is really good at beating us in that game mode. And then we'll have like multi-point King of the Hill, attack defend. We're gonna work out like a slightly different version of attack defend for Apoc this time, because attack defend ends up with a lot of like close quarters fighting, and we don't necessarily want to do that with 300 FPS. So we're trying to adapt that game mode for it's better suited for a higher FPS cap, but we'll give you more details on the day. Did I miss any, Jed?
You pretty much covered most of it. If there is more time towards the end of the day, we'll run like some one life games if there is time, or some low ammo FPS games. Pretty
Oh yeah,
much.
we start the day. So the arrival time is wait, remind me, is it 10 a.m. or 11 a.m.?
It's brother.
Games start at 11.
11
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So at
So
11
be
a.m. is
there.
when we'll start.
Weird.
I got this, guys. All right,
Yeah.
be there at 9 o'clock. Be ready to go on the field by 10:45. Games start at 11.
Thanks, man.
But you can't get it. But you can't show up before 9, essentially. So
Yeah, I'd recommend like get there between 10 and 11.
Yeah.
Between 11 and 12 is when we typically run sort of like grab a mag or two and show up on the field with whatever blaster you have, like really quick
pistols round or
pistol
something
rounds,
like that.
yeah, it
Rifles,
doesn't
pickup
necessarily have to be
games,
low
all
FPS.
that type of
It's
stuff.
just low ammo cap generally.
So-
And then like noon will be around when we'll have our briefing, and then after that we'll start the proper like large scale games.
And also be aware there is no formal official lunch break, so bring munchies or snacks, or people have been known to bring grills. I think before, if Ninja's there, or I know you guys cook out as well. So save me a piece of chicken, please.
As far as grills,
but-
we've only given approval to one person, so please don't bring your grills. There's only been like a fire risk at the location, but there's Wawa's nearby that I recommend always making a stop by at before you show up, because the location itself is if you want to go out and get food or something, it'll be a little bit of traveling.
All right. So I think that's pretty much the general information, unless you guys have anything else that you want to mention regarding Apoc itself. Again, if you are in the chat, please let us know if you have any questions for our guests regarding Apoc event itself. If you are attending, or if you just have any questions in general, or just want to say hi, or go ahead and drop that down in the live chat comments section. A lot of I forgot to mention at the beginning of the show, but I know a lot of you are here because we are going to be, or I should say, TnT events. Our guests will be announcing the groups for the next topic of discussion, which is Bpoc. So,
real quick before we get into Bpoc, sorry to
yes.
interrupt, Andrew. Apoc will be having bandanas. I last minute made some. Oh no, this one stuck around my neck.
Just get one from
Don't choke yourself out there, Gotham.
But we're actually gonna have bandanas this time.
yeah.
Show the other color.
Red and blue, so you can actually figure out which of those 50 or 100 people are on your team and not on your team.
Nice.
By default, we'll be giving, because the event ticket money goes straight to the venue. If you only paid for that, we'll mark you with flagging tape, but these will be available for sale for $10 to get 2 colors.
Nice. I am planning to pick up some myself then. Awesome. I love bandanas. Sweet. And those are fire. I'm just looking at the playback. Yeah, those are fire. Make sure, give them money. It's worth it. Trust me. So I think this is a good time to talk about Bpoc, the other main event. And again, we have some exciting breaking news here regarding the teams. That this is where we will be announcing the groups for the event. But let's start off with talking about what is Bpoc to begin with.
So, Bpoc was forced on us by Andrew. Just to start that, because he likes to likes the mascot.
I will take some credit.
So Bpoc was kind of started as a casual. Well, originally it was supposed to be something more than what it like. Originally, we just kind of wanted to do a tournament after Apoc to add on to it. Then it became a point of like, we don't have the resources at this point in time to do a full-on tournament. And if you've ever been to a TnT event, or if you just generally know me, I don't like to do things, half-assed. So then we came up with the idea of like, hey, how about we just make it a casual competitive event? And we was like, okay. So that actually totally made sense, and with the help of Maryland at the time, we were interested in doing it, and we added that day to which was Bpoc. We were joking around about the name, and we were like, what do we call it? And I was just like, I'm just going to call it Bpoc because it's funny. And that was it. And so we expanded upon that. And so we originally got, I think it was about like a 9 or 10 teams. 10. I think 10 teams. Yeah. We originally got 10 teams. And it was just, very like everybody showed up. We had a great time. It was done with Flag Dash. Andrew and, Neil helped us out a lot that day, and so then we were like, okay, I could see. We had an internal discussion, Jed and Gotham and I, and said, you know what, I think we could do it next year, like no problem. So next year happens, we did, and this is, we're getting to the point where we're testing stream. Before the year before, we're like, can we do the stream during Bpoc? We did. Everything, some things that would unbeknownst to other people went to complete poop, and but it still was a very great time. We actually had 13 teams. What's it called? So now we are going into this with 14 teams, which makes us, I like to say, the biggest second biggest competitive event in the world. Nerf, second biggest Nerf competitive event, blaster tag event in the world, compared to obviously MFT. So, and we are going to, and previously we've always done Flag Dash. Flag Dash is a very fun game mode that pretty much almost anybody in the competitive space knows. But we'd like to be a little bit different once in a while, and at TnT we'd like to test new things. One of the testings that we have been doing over the past year and a half was a game called Hot Pot. Yeah, Jed and I happened to play like one of the first games out in California. It was how Team Smog was actually. It was actually where Team Smog was made, essentially, with Bray and Luke from Out of Darts. And we had played it, and there's a great local community out there called the San Diego club out there is STNC, the San Diego Nerf Club. Great group out there, have a lot of really good admins and a really good group. Was friends with them from LA Foam Fighters. We went down a couple of times before that. They used to come up to LA, so I was really good friends with Danny, who's the main admin there. And we kind of, I played it, saw it. I was like, okay, this is fun. We enjoyed it. And then we kind of got, tired of playing the same thing at TnT events. And, so we were like, okay, well, now here comes our part. Let's make the bucket and actually test it out. But the thing that I absolutely know about, and if anybody knows about the East Coast, is that they don't like low dart caps. So we
ammo caps.
Ammo caps, yes. We don't like low ammo caps. So we kind of jacked that up like a wee bit. A lot of it, and added a bunch of basically kept the bones of it. So we call it spicy hot pot in general. The rules is that it's basically a death match with a bucket in the middle, and at the 45-second mark, the bucket is active. You have two options of winning. One is by elimination. So if you eliminate everybody on that team, or at the 45-second mark, if you happen to be there and you don't get tagged out before that, you can hold the button down for 3 seconds and that ends the game. You win the round robin by having the most rounds won. So there's a match and you switch sides and then you win a round. So the most rounds won will win the round robin. The fallback is the second part of it is if there's any tiebreakers, it would be by deaths. The whole round, each round is 1 minute and 30 seconds. Again, the bucket becomes active at 45 seconds. But what I'm going to give a pro tip to people here is that is not the objective of the game is not getting the bucket. the objective of the game is to win. The reason why the bucket is there is to
winning.
is to prevent turtling. So if all of a sudden somebody is sitting there and hiding behind cover, and then you don't want to go and risk getting tagged out by that person, the bucket is right there. You can go grab that bucket when after that 45-second mark, and then you will win the game. We're really excited about it because it's every person that has been up there loves it just as much as Flag Dash. So we're really excited about it, and it's a little bit simpler with less of the numbers games going. So we're hoping to have a lot of. And then what's really cool about it, actually, I want to say, is that since there's no dedicated like end zone to it, right? You get to see a lot of. All of a sudden the map will switch, right? So for instance, in Flag Dash, if you're at the other person's end zone or their starting point, they'll go and they'll try to push the flag through. Whereas this, all of a sudden people will just be like running and utilizing the whole map and do like a whole circle around the map, which we've seen a couple of times to do like really cool flanks. So it's been a really interesting gameplay in regards to that. And we will be streaming it on Twitch. It's so the games. So if you are attending, you will need to be there, and registration and starts at 10 a.m. Or I should say, check-in starts at 10 a.m. If you are watching from the stream event, we are looking to start the games between 11:30 and 12. That's East Coast time. We plan on it going for until 6 p.m. So, and there is going to be 14 teams, 2 group brackets, and if depending on time, we should have a elimination bracket of 6 or 4 teams, depending on time. And we have a lot of good teams. It's if you've gone on the TnT website and you see all the registered teams, we have every teams. We have even some teams that are melding together to form completely new teams just to have fun at Bpoc. And I just want to say one thing is that Bpoc is meant to be just a fun event, and that's why there's no stakes. There's no casual. We don't even really like giving. Our prize is a trillion kisses from whoever the admin wants to take that blunt object. It's been Jed for the past 2 years, and but yeah, a lot of technology has been added to the stream. We will be having there's going to be 6 different cameras, a whole scoring bracket that you can track on the website. The teams are going to be able to track which matches are going on, similar to how MFT did. And you're able to see a lot of different things. There's going to be a lot of different metrics that are captured on the stream that you're going to be able to see. I'm taking up a lot of time. I'll let one of my colleagues take the reins from this.
I think Jason covered it pretty well. Beyond that, I think we're just excited to see everyone there, see everyone compete. The thing with Bpoc has always been it's the casual competitive event where even though there's no stakes and we say it's casual, people try harding as much as they can because that's kind of the fun of it. People get to go wild and play risky and sort of like do the things that they wouldn't do if there was a prize on the line, and I think a lot of people really enjoy that. I know quite a few people who had Bpoc be their first competitive experience ever, and they loved it so much that they kept coming back to TnT after. So even if you're going to Apoc and you've never tried competitive or competitive like this, I highly recommend picking up one of the remaining individual tickets.
To add on to that, one of our new team members, Tyler, he had been into Nerf for a very long time. He's part of the NIC groups. He actually was a walk-on for Bpoc last year, and then he started coming to TNT events, and then we picked him up on Team Smog. So that's a really cool thing, is that we also, what I try to keep out is the individual tickets, which we only have 4 of. So if you are going to Bpoc, make sure you go to TNT website and grab it. Or if you just kind of like had an extra day, we still have 4 tickets left. I'm pretty sure that they are going to sell out the day of. So if you don't have it, I would definitely go. But it just goes to show you that like anything can happen within a year. People get addicted to, and we every one of us can tell how addicting competitive play is. It's a very fast-paced game. It's a very different mentality. And then on top of it, you get to be, for this one, you get to be goofy, right? Like I tell everybody, you know, since we're streaming, it's like keep the language PG, but make sure make sure the action is silly. So have that's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, something we do. Sorry, Jed, real quick. Something we do at
God.
something we do at Bpoc that other comp events haven't done so far is we do allow sidearms. So at the prep event that we had for Bpoc, we had a lot of fun plays that happened as a result of like people's blasters jamming and like pulling out a pistol, or Justice running onto the field with a gobzooka. So, you know,
Jed.
All
right, you done got them. You done being rude? Damn.
Actually,
no. Yeah. Honestly, like adding on to the
So
thing about
actually, when we
it's really great. It's really great to know. But no, for real, like it's good to have different blasters on the field, and now we're allowing sidearms and different characters. Speaking of teams and stuff, real quick, it's like the first Bpoc, I actually ran with a pickup team and everything like that, and we ended up taking 3rd place surprisingly, and our team was just named Top Ramen. So like anything can happen at Bpoc. Just come in with like a great attitude and have fun, and make sure you don't have rude ass teammates like these two over here.
Yeah. One thing we always joke about is, you know, we've dubbed Bpoc the #1 casual comp period. And it starts out like that. But yeah, very, very, very rapidly does it become even more serious, arguably, than, you know, MFT, Maryland Foam Tournament at some points, which is hilarious to me. But also great because it's really one of the only times I get to compete. So I love it. But that's the joke, is that it's super competitive for the #1 casual.
I remember specifically, we were like, you and I we pulled each other aside and we were like, this is way more sweaty than we thought it was going to be. Like, and you know, it was great. And it's a great event. And I'm not saying that because we run it, but it is a very well received. It is a very well received event. And, you know, we had actually Ton come out last year, and then he went back, told all of his California friends, and now we have a bunch of Californian people coming out this year, which I'm really excited for.
Which is awesome, and it sounds like Michael from Matter Hackers is making the trip up, so that'll be fun. Goop, and also first time at Apoc, I think Beret is going to be joining us, and I am super excited. You mentioned it in the chat earlier. I meant to make a joke about it, but I'm super excited to see the Skibbity toilet bowl plunger blaster on the Apoc field and on the comp field. Hopefully, it'll make an appearance. So, but yeah, it should be a lot of fun. And again, #1 casual comp will be live streamed on the Twitch station. We'll get all that information out for everyone. Only 4 tickets left. They're going to sell out. So make sure you get your tickets. I'm not sure if you're going to have any extra tickets day of.
We won't, unfortunately.
Okay.
I wish that we had it, but as an event runner, I know you know this. It is hard to keep it as You want to keep it as predictable as possible, and so that way you can plan accordingly. Once we got to the point where we knew that 12 or 13 teams would show up, we knew we had to count for growth this year, and just because of timing, we couldn't do more than 14. So we decided, hey, we're gonna allow 12 teams this year, which we did sell out of. We sold out of the 12 team tickets. registration, and we had 12 individual tickets, so 2 teams of walk-ons essentially. So I'm trying to keep the spirit of Bpoc, or we're trying to keep the spirit of Bpoc of like, we do allow walk-ons without teams, and that's something that I'm going to keep as a tradition going forward. So, next, if you don't make it out this year, or you couldn't make it out next year and you don't have a team, look out for those individual tickets, and we will give you a good supportive team, and we will do our best to make sure that you have a good time.
But people are more than welcome to come and spectate, though.
Absolutely,
correct?
yeah. So there is no charge for spectating and rooting on or help or seeing your friends. Even if you have friends that are coming from Apoc that just want to so that way they can just get an idea of what comp looks like. I know with MFT it's usually on a Friday, so it's a lot harder to get people to come and just chill out. But since we are on a Sunday, you're probably not going to be doing anything anyways. You might as well just come and hang out with us and have a good time, because we do have a place where people just kind of hang out and talk and chill and everything like that with the other teams while they're waiting for games in between.
Yeah, so highly encourage and recommend everyone, even if you are not participating in Bpoc itself, competing or coaching or anything like that, just to come and come hang out at Sports Domain with everyone. It's a good time, and again, it's a weekend event. Both Saturday for Apoc and then Sunday is the Bpoc. So
I also want to add a little thing. If anyone comes early or you stay till late, we would appreciate if you help set up the field or break down the field if anything. Come see the finals and everything like that and help us break down the field. It would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, and that's a good point. And just like any other event as well, this is very highly community supported based. All the help that is any help is greatly appreciated if you're available. So we need everyone to help make things happen, and usually they do, and that's why these things turn out the way they do. So I guess I think the main reason, or one of the big reasons we are here, are to actually announce the teams and the brackets, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not quite sure what format you guys have for this, but I will let you guys go ahead and run the show.
We shared a JPEG of the
actually,
groups.
before we start, I'm so sorry. Let's go ahead. Friendly reminder, please give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that jazz. If you have any questions whatsoever regarding Apoc or Bpoc, or any questions for our guests in general, please drop them down in the live chat comments section. All right, without further ado, back to the main event.
Hey. Yes. Drum roll, please. And these are the groups.
Yay.
All right.
So
look at that. All right. So who do we have?
We the three of us got together to seed these groups. Our main focus was to get people to have as many unique matchups as possible, because I know that at more rigorous competitive tournaments, it's more based on either randomness or ranking or something like that. Yeah, but our focus is always
this was a very curated list.
Yes. So it is broken up. It is divided up by skill, and we hope that the group two groups have even skill sort of spread. But yeah, that was the main goal, is get people to play some unique matchups, which was hard considering just how many Uno and Maryland people there are. But hopefully people will have fun.
Also considering region-wise too, where everyone's placed and how if anyone plays with each other often.
Yeah, if you want to go through the list.
Sorry, let's take a look at. We got some familiar names and then some new ones, which I'm sure you guys can explain.
Code Red, Dos XX, and Uno No Mercy are sort of they're basically our local teams. Code Red is more based in upstate, I think, but they're pretty much become a TnT local team. So those are
Code
teams
Red,
that are
RPI traditionally.
Yeah, RPI Code Red. Team Smog, of course, is our team, but not featuring us.
Toxic.
Yeah, toxic. So I can kind of break it down a little bit too. So if you went over Code Red, so we got Uno No Mercy, who is also known as Uno Draw 5. Northern Lights is a Canadian team that usually the partial and
That's a great
more
name.
a Canadian team that actually goes to a lot of the Bane events as well. Team Midnight is a Ohio-based team that is very well known. And I'll save some of the other teams for last. So Dos X is the rebranded Uno Reverse. You have Foam Rain, which is led by Foam Juggernaut and Bree. And you have Midnight Terrors, which is a
Illinois.
Illinois-based team. Team Smog, which is, Team Toxic. And then I will go to Bone Card, which is the team that is done by up in Bane's flagship team. So we tried to keep it as balanced as possible. So I will go over Porca, which is Porca, Humpback Whales, and Tragic Hope are all Maryland and West Coast mixed randomness of it. I will not go over the teams because there's no real reason to. It's going to just be fun anyways. They're all led by great people that are in the hobby that you probably will see, that you'll definitely see on the field and recognize. Yeah, and it's going to be a lot of good competition. It's going to be a lot of fun competition. And then we have our two pickup teams, which are individuals that have purchased tickets so far.
Very cool and very exciting. Yes, so looks like we have a good variety of some well-known teams and some new teams and some mixed-up teams. So that should be pretty exciting. And again, this is the #1 casual comp, which quickly turns into very non-casual and super competitive. But that's the fun of it. And again, if you guys have never been to Apoc or Bpoc and you guys have the weekend available, just come hang out. You won't be sorry. Definitely worth it.
One thing I'm excited about for these new teams is for the first time, Magic Smoke will not win Bpoc.
Yep. Magic Smoke will not win. Did we win last? Did Magic Smoke?
Yeah, the first 2 years Magic Smoke won.
I can't even remember. So, but yeah, so that should be fun to have a new winner crowned. That is not Magic Smoke for once. So, but let's see. Where can people find more information regarding Apoc and Bpoc itself?
You go Apoc first.
You could check out we have a Facebook event link as well. We also have you could check out more information on our Discord, on the Uno Discord. We have more live feed information of updates for the event for Apoc. But yeah, you can also catch more updated information from the Uno Instagram as well, ran by Gotham here as well. Point up this direction, yeah. But yeah, he runs the Instagram. So if you ever have any questions, by all means DM us or check in on the Uno Discord or message us on Facebook. We'll be available and we'll answer any questions needed.
Fantastic.
We'll be putting out a bit more last minute info relating to like getting to the venue and things to know about all that stuff. So like, yeah, keep an eye out on the Facebook and Instagram pages. And the community activity is almost entirely on Discord. So if you're attending or plan to be any part of Uno or TnT events in the future, I recommend joining the Uno Discord.
Yeah. And also go check out the Uno Instagram and YouTube pages.
For Bpoc, it's a little bit for Bpoc, it's a little bit simpler in the sense that, we have the website. So you can check out tntevents.com. It's tntevnts.com. So don't add that second the E because we couldn't afford the domain.
E was so expensive.
That E was very expensive. So, and there's as much information that I can get on there. There's a calendar on there, which I keep up to, I try to keep as up to date with upcoming events. I usually try to plan out a few months in advance, but sometimes things fall through the cracks, which is totally on me. So don't worry. I'm sorry in advance, actually. You'll, like I said, there is right now you can check out the teams that are going to be playing. You'll be able to follow along with the stats and see who's going to be on. You'll be able to see who's on deck on the stream and on the website. So make sure you can do that if you are a team, or if you just want to kind of like follow along throughout the day while we're streaming on Twitch, so you can kind of get a general idea of like what matches that you do want to see or who you want to root for. And we have our Instagram and our Facebook, and our YouTube, which are our social media. They're all TNT events. I can't. Usually, it's like TNT events 1 or TNT events. Like I said, I couldn't afford the main ones. Just look for the logo. Yeah, look for the logo. Follow us. Subscribe. We appreciate comments, feedback, anything like that. Jed, do you have anything you want to say?
You pretty much explained it pretty well in terms of it. We're just excited to see everybody come through for this whole weekend. We are very collectively tired, trying to get this weekend together and everything like that. But yeah, Jason pretty much covered all the socials for Bpoc. We covered all the socials for Apoc. All you need to do is just bring yourself, your blasters, and some friends, and water.
I'll hydrate.
Is there any questions in the chat that we can answer? Like, I feel like I want to go.
I didn't really see any in the.
Somebody
in the
ask a question. Come on, guys. Like,
talk to us, please.
Let's just before we go. Let's
crave engagement.
Yeah. We're personalities. We need this.
Let's see.
Well, speak for yourself. I feel very uncomfortable being in front of the camera. Oh, the raffle.
Devin from Blasters and Burgers B&B Indoor Foam Darts Arena asked, "Can one of you awesome special guests shoot me a DM on Discord?
Okay.
Would love to pick your brain about hosting casual comp tourneys." So that is from Devin Tilley with Blasters and Burgers B&B Indoor Sports Arena. So that's a question. So I'll leave that for you guys to decide who will do outreach.
Sure, feel free to tag us on the Discord, or one of us will reach out.
Yep.
Which will probably be Jason.
Let's see. And then, yes, they're asking about a raffle.
So yeah, we have an exciting thing. We were able, one of our sponsors, called Buddha, happened to donate a momentum to us, and we are raffling it off. The raffle is 15 for 1 entry and 40 for 3 entries. There's no limit on how many you can purchase. And the announcement will be made online. The raffle is not exclusive to Apoc or Bpoc, so if you cannot attend, you can still purchase it. I will ship it directly to your house, but it just has to be the contiguous 48 states. I am not, because LiPo batteries come with it, and I don't want to deal with that nonsense.
Nice. And then let's take this opportunity to shout out some of the other sponsors. I know you're getting help. Also, Buddha, I heard your toy collection rivals mine. Let's go ahead and shout out our other sponsors that we got.
So, we have, as you can see on there, we have Out of Darts, Buddha, Blaster Guys, Ton, and Puddletown Adventures. Next year we're hoping to add some more to that. So if you guys are interested, we will be doing a lot of shout outs and things like that during the stream to these generous sponsors. And we definitely appreciate it, because I can tell you right now, one of our major things that we are doing this year in regards to the stream would not have happened without some of the sponsors. So this is definitely a big advancement for us, and we very, very much appreciate everybody that pitched in, and we appreciate everybody that's helping us this year. We have a good amount of volunteers that I want to give a special shout out to in general, and I also can't say his name enough when he comes in, because without him we would fall apart, and that is Josh. Our ref. I think he's like everybody's ref at this point. You know, if you
I think we poached him for MFT as well. So.
Yeah. Like people need to start flying him out and inviting him to do more refing, like, and paying for his way, because he definitely deserves it. If you need a professional Nerf ref, that I can tell you right now, that's probably the only one in the hobby that you can rely on 100%. So definitely.
I don't want to cut you off, but we did have a request from Crow for the Bpoc layout field map, which I know we do have.
Oh yeah, throw that up.
Yep.
Just take a quick screenshot.
Just 1 second. That's all they get.
Yeah. the map is still subject to change if I have a
feel like it.
Yeah, if I feel like it, but probably like definitely not significantly. Like this is pretty much what it's going to be.
Right. And Daffy, we got it up.
The field map.
The map. Field layout map.
It should have been in the drive link here. I'll share it with you again. 1 second.
1 second, guys. We're getting it up to the.
Yeah,
Stay
it was.
tuned.
So yeah, and then we have a couple people that we have had. I'll just talk about our volunteers because they need the credit. As we have a couple of volunteers that that are one's Lance. We Jed, maybe you can help me out with some of the names too. I'm terrible with names off the top of my head.
Okay. We have Archer as well helping with I believe with the tech crew for setting up the stream. Who else besides Lance helping? Our friend Jacob, he helped with last year's, I believe, Bpoc with the stream as well. I would like to shout out my volunteers I've spoken to: RJ Bree, love y'all, Poppy, Seth and his brother, thank you.
Akiva, Stephen plays paintball.
Stephen plays paintball.
Yeah, all great, and we couldn't do, and you know as well as I do, we couldn't do without you guys. So thank you very much, and you should see the map layout as of right now.
And that looks like a lot of fun. Looks like you got a pretty good fun snake there. Yeah, looking good.
I'm so excited for the snake. This is my favorite snake layout that I've seen at any Nerf comp event. I'm so excited for it.
And I made it. Proud of myself.
I might have designed it.
It's funny. I always feel like when we do our field designs at the end, we're always so proud. We're like, yeah. And then I see Gotham's and I'm like, damn it, mine sucks.
we're all just stealing from each other, man. That's how it goes.
Right? Again, appreciate everyone joining us. If there are any last moment questions or anything for our guests this evening, please drop them down in the live comments section. Otherwise, you know where to find more information for the event this weekend for Apoc. Go to the Uno Discord. And again, TnT is on IG, YouTube, and all that jazz. We'll have some more information links in our description link. But yeah, it's going to be a fantastic weekend. As always, one of my highlights I look forward to for the year. Super excited to get a chance to go this year and see you guys. It's always great flinging foam with you and hanging out, so it's worth it just alone for that. We will be back here next week with the Foam Zone with none other than Al the Geek and Captain Xavier for another episode of Get Off My Lawn. And then I will be back a week after that. I forget actually who I have on, but the list is growing longer. But I will let you guys know on socials who that will be. Again, appreciate everyone joining this evening. A couple words of friendly reminders to make sure that you be kind, love your family, and don't forget to dart sweep. Have a good one, guys.
You're